Yep.
Excellent. And we're recording now. Okay, so linked graphics. Okay, now before you do the assignment, you've really got to be happy with this whole concept of linked graphics. So I'm going to open up the Google Classroom. Okay, go through general stuff and down through induction stuff and down through Unit 32. Close that for a second. And there's down here, not far from the bottom, there's a resource called Slideshow, what is meant by linked promotional graphics. Okay, so I'm going to bring that down and click on that. So I have one click to bring it down, another click to start it up. And then you could go through it one slide at a time like that, just with everything else visible, but I'm going to present it so that it's full screen. Okay, so what are linked promotional graphics? That's what you need to be able to understand by the end of this presentation, okay, and really be able to tell me what that means and go away and actually find your own examples. I thought that was me hearing myself back again there, or somebody asking a question, was it? Okay, can you two both close your mics unless you want to speak, because otherwise I'm hearing myself back. Right, so this is really the important slide, okay, about what it's meant, and then after this it's just examples of linked graphics, really. So linked graphics, the idea of linked graphics is that linked graphics means a series of two or more graphics with the same purpose but in a different format. Okay, so it follows at this point you really have to understand what format means and what purpose means. So Harry, what is meant when talking about a graphic, what's meant by the format of the graphic?
The format is what the graphic is based on, the background for the graphic.
Yeah, that's... Can you add to that maybe, William? He's got the general idea there. Can you maybe tighten it up a little bit there? Are you there, William?
Pardon? I can't hear you very well.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, your video is frozen there as well for me.
Okay, I think that... Harry, can you hear me and see me?
Yep, you are loud and clear and moving.
Right, it might be your end then, I'm afraid, William, so we'll have to just go with it. Harry, just repeat what you said about what the format of a graphic was.
The background that the graphic is on.
Yeah, the thing that it's on, that's it. The thing that it's glued to or stuck on or kind of part of, really. And William, if you can hear me, can you give me some examples of the format of a graphic? Examples.
Yes.
I think your connection's going down a little bit. Harry, can you give some examples of formats?
That's one.
Who was that? Was that William? It might have been you, William, but you're very breaking up. Are you still there, Harry?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You're quite loud and clear, I'm afraid. So, William, I think it might be just your connection, unfortunately. So, we might have to stick with Harry, I think. Harry, so that's a good description of what format means. Can you give some examples of format?
A signpost.
Yes, could be. Yeah, a graphic stuck on a signpost in some way. Yeah, carry on.
A poster, a magazine, a DVD cover.
Yeah.
You can find them on the internet.
Yeah, that's it. And loads of others, actually, aren't there? There's loads of others, but
yeah,
those are the big ones. DVD cover, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is this working now?
Are you there? Are you back there with us, William? Let me just
I'm here.
Somebody joined there. Oh, Ivan's joined us as well. Hi, Ivan, are you there?
Yeah.
I just have to ask you, because I'm recording this session, are you okay to give consent for me to record? Because you'll be part of this video and it will be on YouTube in the end. Are you happy with that?
Of course.
I'm just going over linked graphics, okay, which might be something that that would be of interest to you as well. So you stick with it, okay? We've got as far at the moment as the idea of what a format of a graphic is, and it's a DVD, it's a poster, whatever. So we'll try William again. So if format is the thing that the graphic is on, what is the purpose of a graphic then?
To like the audience kind of thing. So what is it for? Is it like for entertainment or?
That's it. Yeah. Don't confuse audience. So you went down the audience route. There's nothing to do with audience. That's a separate thing.
I worded it wrong.
Say again.
I worded it wrong.
Yeah, you did. Do you want to have another go then? Try and get it bang on this time. I think we've lost you again, I think.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, okay. You kind of said it. You started off down the completely the wrong alley there, talking about target audience, but then you brought it back and you actually said you gave the right answer. Can you remember what that was?
What kind of thing it is, the purpose. What purpose is it for a person?
Yeah, the job it does, isn't it? The job
It does.
Yeah, the job it does. And can you give some examples of a job that a graphic might do? Some example purposes that a graphic might have?
Entertainment, advertisement, DVD. That's not one.
Format again, isn't it? Yeah. You've got two of the big ones there. Yeah. Entertainment and advertising or promotional, we call that as well. Yeah. There's also, it could be decorative and it could be informational as well, just like a road sign, for example. Yeah. So now, before you can understand linked graphics, you've really got to nail this idea of the difference between format and purpose. Okay. So it's worth some time after this video is finished. Maybe even have a look at it again. I'll make it available pretty much straight away. Make sure you've got the idea of format and purpose sorted in your mind, because if you haven't, you're not going to get linked graphics. Okay, that's the same for Ivan as well and for Harry as well. Okay, format being what the graphic is on, purpose being what it is for. Okay, don't sort of overthink it there. It's just as simple as that. Format is what it's on. You know, for example, I've got that's a graphic of sorts there, and it's on a pencil sharpener. Okay, so that's the format. Purpose of it, probably decorative. I thought just looks nice. It's not warning me in any way. You could maybe make an argument it's maybe promotional, but I'd probably say decorative. So for that, format is pencil sharpener, purpose decorative. Yeah. What else we got here? I've got just grabbing things from around me. There's some sort of a beer mat there, graphic on it. Ivan, what's the format of that? What's the format of this? Careful.
That's a coaster, is it?
Yeah, coaster. That's the word I was looking for. As a coaster. Yeah, excellent format. I think you're about to say purpose then. I think, weren't you, about what it was for? But no, format is coaster.
No, I couldn't see clearly what it was on your camera.
Okay, and William, if you can hear me, what's the purpose of that graphic? Remember, I'm not talking about the purpose of the coaster. What's the purpose of that graphic? Are you there, William? Have we lost you? What are you thinking?
The purpose of the graphic there would be for entertainment or laugh.
Yeah, possibly decorative again, isn't it? Yeah, it's what it's for. Yeah. So if you've got format and purpose sorted, and you really have to in your mind, then the definition of a linked graphic, right, is a series of graphics that have the same purpose but a different format. So in other words, a set of graphics that are designed to do the same job, they do the same thing, but they're found on different objects. So for example, a poster, a leaflet, and a website graphic, all designed to do the same thing. Yeah. So here's some case studies then. That is the definition. I wouldn't necessarily expect you to understand it from that, but that is the definition you need to have in your mind at some point very soon, really. But here's some examples just to make that really sort of concrete in your mind. Case study 1 is Morrison's. Okay, there's some graphics to follow here on these slides. They're all to do with Morrison's. They're on many different formats, but they've basically all got the same purpose. Okay, and the purpose of all these graphics is to promote Morrison's. Okay, remember, promote, the purpose of a graphic is what is the job it's meant to do. It might be promotional, it might be advertising, it might be informational, etc. So what all these have got in common is that they've got the same purpose, which is to advertise Morrison's in some way, but they've all got very different formats. For example, this one, this is from a newspaper, and I've left the whole of the top half of this newspaper. It's from the Daily Mirror. I've left the whole of the top half so you can quite clearly see this is from a newspaper. Okay, so the format here is newspaper. You could say newspaper advert maybe, but it's stuck on a newspaper. Okay, the bottom half is the graphic I'm talking about here, particularly that picture of a card there. The graphic is what I'm talking about here. Remember, this is a graphics unit, so we're not so much talking about the text, but the graphic there. If you look closely, it's sort of a landscape, maybe a farm or something like that. The purpose here is to promote Morrison's. The format is newspaper. Okay. The next graphic, the purpose is exactly the same. It's to promote Morrison's. Okay. They're still promoting Morrison's. The first graphic was actually to promote something specific, the Match and More card, but that's still the overriding kind of purpose. It's to promote Morrison's. So is this graphic as well. And again, there's a lot of words going on here, but that basically the whole of this. Well, what is that? Harry, are you there, Harry? What is the format of this graphic?
The bus.
Simple as that. It's what it's stuck on. Format is bus. Simple as that. Yeah. There's a lot of words, but there's basically the whole bus is the graphic here. So the format of the graphic is bus, and the purpose is again to promote Morrison's. So all of these graphics, there's about 5 of them here in this first case study. They've all got the same purpose, but they're all very different formats. So William, if you're there and you can hear me, what's the format of this graphic here? What's the format? Be careful there. Format.
Bus stop.
It's a bus stop. Simple as that. Format is bus stop. And still with William, what's the purpose?
To advertise their card for.
Yeah. To promote Morrison's. Yeah. Remember the purpose of all of these graphics is just to promote Morrison's. So it's a bit of a trick question if I ask about.
Would it be in a different purpose if they were comparing themselves to Aldi and Lidl and Tesco's and Sainsbury's? It says.
No, because the overriding purpose is still to promote Morrison's and get people to come to Morrison's and buy stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why the purpose of all of these is the same. Even though some of them are about Match and More, some of them are just about delivery at Morrison's. The overriding purpose of all these graphics is to promote Morrison's in some way. Yeah. But they're all very different formats. Ivan, are you there?
Yeah.
What would you say the format of this little group of graphics? Actually, there's a little group of graphics here, but they've all got the same format. Basically, what is the format here? Would you say it's not quite so easy to see? So have a think about it. The format,
like a coupon thing.
Yeah, it could be a coupon or a leaflet, maybe, or flyer of some kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And still with Ivan, and remember, this is slightly a trick question. What's the purpose of all of these graphics that are on these leaflets?
To promote.
Promote.
To promote the company, isn't it?
Which is
Morrison's.
Simple as that. Yeah, because that's why that one's a bit of a trick question for this first case study, because by definition, the purpose of all of them is the same. It's to promote Morrison's. Yeah. But they've all got very different formats. I think there's one more as well. Yeah, before we go to the second case study. Yeah. So, Harry, you there, Harry?
Yep.
What's the purpose of the graphics in this image?
To promote Morrison's.
You got it. The purpose is the same for all of them. Yeah. What's the format here?
Is it from the internet or like a poster?
Yeah, you've got it there. A bit of it. Sort of a lot of people there say things like cereal box and that sort of thing, but the actual format here isn't the individual cereal boxes you can see there, or cartons of stuff. It's actually it's from the internet. This one, or it could easily be a poster, or it could even be a screenshot from a TV advert as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as you make a good argument for what the format is, you can't be wrong here. But the purpose is the same as all of the others. It's to promote Morrison's, to promote Morrison's, to promote Morrison's, to promote Morrison's. But we've got newspaper, bus, bus stop, leaflet, flyer, and possibly a screenshot from a TV advert. Yeah. So if we go back to the definition of linked graphics, can you see how that fits in with it perfectly? Linked graphics is a series of 2 or more graphics with the same purpose but a different format. Yeah. Any questions about any of that before we move on to the next case study then? The next case study is a bit close to home. It's Coleg Ceredigion. And the purpose of all of these graphics is to promote Coleg Ceredigion in some way, actually. Okay. Let's have a look at the first one. And Ivan, what would you say bearing in mind the purpose is to promote Coleg Ceredigion, what would you say the format of that graphic is there? Format, remember. That's what it's stuck on, or the way that it's presented in some way. The format. Are you there, Ivan? Have we lost you? Or you're thinking? Looks like we've lost Ivan. Harry, are you there, Harry?
Yep.
What's the format of this graphic, would you say?
I would say from the internet.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, yeah. It's actually the old web homepage, in fact, and so is this one actually, but an older one. So actually, I've slightly thrown you a bit of a curveball here because actually the format of these first two is the same. In fact, it's website. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but from different times in the past. Really, this is quite. I think that's a rare. Yeah, that's from just last year, I think, and that's a much older one. So actually, same format here, but from different eras. But purpose is to promote Coleg Ceredigion in some way. Yeah. Again, purpose here is the same. Okay, we got Ivan back yet? Or I'll go to William. You there, William?
Yeah.
So what's the purpose of this graphic here?
To promote Coleg Ceredigion.
Exactly, yeah, in some way. In fact, in this case, it's specifically a play, I think, being put on by the Performing Arts a couple of years ago. Yeah. What do you think the format?
Just a poster?
Yeah, I think it's a poster, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first two are actually same format. They're both web home pages of our website.
Yeah.
That one poster. Still with you, William. What do you think the format of that one might be?
Poster again.
Could be a poster or maybe a flyer. I'm going particularly about the size of the graphics there. You probably wouldn't have, sorry, the size of the text. I know this unit's not about text, but I think there's a clue there that's probably a smaller document, I think. See, sort of, there's very small text on that, so it's probably a large. Yeah. So I think that's a poster, that's probably a flyer, I think.
Okay.
Different formats. Have we got another one? No, it's Coca-Cola next. Different formats, right? We've got poster, flyer just then, and two examples of the homepage of the website. So different formats, but all with the same purpose, to promote Coleg Ceredigion or some aspect of Coleg Ceredigion, yeah? And are we finding there you're kind of getting the hang of this now, yeah? Harry and William and Ivan, you all think you're getting this now, yeah?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Excellent, right. So let's have a look at Coca-Cola now. And again, the purpose of all of these graphics is to promote Coca-Cola. Harry, you there, Harry? What's the format of that graphic there?
The lorry.
Yeah, it's on a lorry. Yeah.
If you want to be really specific, it's the back of the lorry.
Yes, it is. Yeah, the back half of the lorry. Yeah. You could be forgiven for saying it might be a screenshot from a TV advert. That'd be fine as well. But the thing the actual graphic is on is a lorry, so I think that's probably more correct, really. Actually, the next one is the same. It's a lorry again. So these first two formats actually the same. Lorry again, and the purpose is to promote Coca-Cola. Not a lorry this time, and the answer this time isn't can so much either, because although the graphic is on the can, I'm looking at the overall sort of document here as being the format. So again, you could be forgiven for saying can. You wouldn't be wrong. But I'm thinking of the whole thing here. So, William, what do you think the format of this graphic is? I mean, the whole red bit, basically.
An advert.
On what particular thing, though? Is it on a DVD? Is it on a billboard? Is it on a pencil sharpener? Like one of those
poster, TV advert, or a thing they'd show on a screen on one of those billboards things.
Yeah, yeah, one of those electronic billboards, a bit like the bus stop we saw earlier on. That's right. Or you could say almost anything for this. Poster wouldn't be wrong. It could easily be a poster.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it really. So again,
it looks like it's been on TV. Like it looks like it's on TV.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks more generated than a poster.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So again, different formats, but the same purpose, all to promote Coca-Cola. Okay. Now the task here was to research linked promotional graphics and actually come up with two of your own. But this was preparation for the assignment, so we've kind of gone past this. So what you lot really need to be doing now is starting the assignment. Okay. Now, so I'm going to stop the video there because I think that's enough about linked graphics. If you're watching this video anytime while the assignment is out, then what you should really do now is go on to the assignment rather than do this task, because as I say, this task was preparation for the assignment, so you'll be duplicating work really. But if you're not on the assignment yet for some reason, if you're watching this video in the future, you can work through this task, okay? And if you're not sure about any of that, best thing to do is to ask me, okay? So I'm going to stop the recording there and just talk to the people who are alive here in the room. So